All right, let's go to the phones. Adam in Gulfport. Hey, Adam, you're on Winning It Live with Gregory Ricks. How can we help you, sir?
Yeah, I was calling in. I was curious if y'all are familiar with the what's going on with AMC currently. I know it's one of the meme stocks is what they refer to it as, and obviously all the Redditors are on board. And it's even tumbled over into Twitter, and even to the point where people are starting to rent airplanes and fly flags around some of the major cities where Citadel Securities is at. Are y'all familiar with that and the potential for a short squeeze with it?
Yeah, and you brought up AMC, and I saw that stock is up 7.47% today, and it's got momentum. And what was it? Thursday had a nice move up during the day as well. It gapped up and had traded higher than what it's closed, but it really had a nice move up for the day, a little bit of off day on Friday, and then up today as well. And, back in January, it really had a gap up because of what's going on in some of those stocks out there. And you mentioned another firm. So the purpose of your call is what?
What is the potential for a short squeeze with it? I know that they're saying that there's about 90 million out on short right now of a 450 million float. And they keep on talking about something called synthetic shares or naked short selling. Are y'all familiar with this?
Yeah,
this
there's a lot of risk going on with that for a stock that was essentially worthless a few months ago. And where this goes, I don't know where you would want to be caught in this. What I would worry about is holding it. How are the movie industries going to come back? What I'm seeing is they show all, on their movies on HBO Max, which is now becoming a part of Discovery because AT&T's offloading it. I don't know what all this means. I've got a friend in the movie business that had to, he's basically done with it because he can't pay the bills. At some point, these businesses that can't operate because the business has kind of gone away because of what happened with COVID, and all of a sudden, at some point, those landlords, they've probably got mortgages and stuff, obligations as well. Hey, we need to collect rents, and they got to say, well, we don't have any revenue to pay the rent. So I think we're done. So I don't know where that goes, and some of that of trying to have an angle on this, and we hear people making money on this, Adam, but we also hear people losing money. And just from AMC standpoint, I wouldn't want to be holding is what I tell you there.
Well, my average is at like 970, and I know after hours today it closed at 1550, so I'm sitting all right now. And in the last earnings report, they announced that they had $1 billion in liquidity. Now, I know that on a monthly basis, it costs them $128 million. So the CEO, who actually he actually interviewed with one of the main Redditor guys that's on YouTube. He did a live interview with them. And they're solvent up until the end of 2022, just with current cash on hand and not including any revenue they plan on taking through the rest of the year and into next year, which projections show they'll be back to 80% of normal revenue by the end of next year, as long as nothing else happens. And then they sold 47 million stocks at an average price of $9.19 in a matter of 2.5 to 3 weeks here just recently, raising another $428 million, which most of the Redditors have, absorbed all these stocks, and that's what's causing it to go higher. And I know he said on average there's 3.2 million individual public owners of the stock. And that's why he keeps on interviewing with the Redditors, because he's saying, well, y'all are basically our boss now. And, so, I mean, the potential for the short squeeze is there. relatively new to something like that. I dumped my
You're
crypto because
gambling.
it's such a volatile thing.
You're gambling.
Yeah.
Say it loud.
So you're
Oh
gambling.
yeah, they readily
there.
admit
And,
that this is a casino offering at this point.
here's the deal: where AT&T gets in the movie and streaming business with $100 billion, and now they've lost half of it. They're getting out of it in a way. They still going to have a piece of it, but they're turning it over to Discovery. I don't know. I'm just, while you were explaining that, I'm like, Discovery may own AMC in 6 months. And, whoever's running all the streaming might also end up owning majority of the movie houses one day. Why? They'll be the only ones that can afford to do so down the line. So I don't know where this goes. And from that standpoint, you're speculating, and I like to take a longer term view and make decisions with our money based on principles that are going to move us forward out there. And you can make some money like that on a short squeeze, have some opportunities, but it also can go against you. And Adam, I appreciate you calling and talking about this on Winning at Life, because we like to attract all type of investors, even those that speculate. So the best to you, Adam, on this.